Boxing King Media, powered by BYD. You're just talking about your eardrum there. How does it feel, your eardrum?
It's all right. I think it just needs a bit of a pop in, and then it should be all right. Might just dig my finger in there a little bit, it'll be all right.
Have you experienced that feeling before?
Nah, do you know what? Not really. I've had like, do you know, like little ones obviously inspiring, like little air pressure gets in there or something, but this is a slightly more, but it's not too bad. When I like blow my nose, it's all right.
Just tell us about that fight, man. That fight was crazy. It was like end to end. You dropped him in the first round. Let's talk about that first. I don't think many people expected you to start like that.
Do you know what? I probably started too slow. Like I know when I get back to the gym, Sean's not going to be like the best pleased with that performance, because even do you know, my biggest critic is my wife, and like all props to her. She's been brilliant in the lead up to this, and she's been like G'ing me up every day. But she's seen what I can do in the gym, and it's just about translating into the ring under the lights. And for me, I didn't show that. In my honest opinion, I didn't show my boxing ability really. Show my toughness, which is okay. It's one positive, but I didn't show my boxing ability. I know I can box much better than that, but in there I was just trying to I was just fighting really rather than boxing him, because I just thought, in the most humble way possible, I thought I'm too big, too strong, and I can just get to him and I can bully him a bit. But not my best, but I win nonetheless. Alhamdulillah, you know, all thanks to God, I win nonetheless, and lessons to take, positives to take, and things like that. But yeah.
Let's talk about your knockdown when you got dropped, because like your friend was just saying there, it looked like it was like a lights out shot. The way you dropped, it was like, damn, that's the ending of the fight. But you sprung back up on 6, I think it was.
Do you know what? When I hit him, when I knocked him down, and I thought it was like, I was very composed, because I didn't really kind of take it. I didn't even like kind of acknowledge it too much. I just knew that I caught him and I hurt him. And then when he caught me, it was really out of the blue, because he wasn't like, I'm not going to say he wasn't strong, but I didn't feel like, oh, he's got mad power or anything like that. It was literally just a shot that I didn't see. And I went down, and I like twisted my ankle a bit, so my ankle was hurting for the rest of the fight. Every time I was trying to push off it for a right hand, my ankle was hurting. But you know what's funny? Is that I went down, 1 second I'm with it, catches me, next second I'm looking at the ref from the floor. But the positive thing is that thankfully for my conditioning and my fitness and things like that, I was with it straight away. I'm not joking, I hit the floor, and I just looked at the ref and I thought, right, I'm okay. And back up, and then I think I got to my knees, and I looked at Reese in the corner, and they said, just hold on a second, and then I got up, and then I was absolutely fine. Like, if you watch it back, I'm pretty sure my legs weren't wobbly or anything like that. I was absolutely fine, so I was with it straight away. But with him, I feel like it was I don't know, I feel he wasn't that wobbly either, but I feel like his was a bit more wobbly than mine. But nonetheless, all thanks to God.
There was a crazy moment where nobody knew how many rounds it was. How many rounds do you think it was going into that?
We both thought it was an 8-rounder. It was scheduled for an 8-rounder. And then on his paper downstairs, it said 8 rounds. On our paper up here, it said 6. So then when they announced it, they said, 6 rounds. And then I was a bit confused, but I didn't pay attention to, because I was too in the zone. And then at the end, when the 6 was about to start, they said 6th and final round, and we were both a bit confused. And then we both went to the other corner, and he looked at me. We looked at each other, and we both went, "It's meant to be an 8." And he went, "Yeah." And then they were just discussing it for a second, and then they said, "Right, no, 6." And we were like, "Okay," because I was ready for an 8. I was fit for an 8. Like at the end of it, I was fine. Do you know what I mean? For me, I was recovering pretty well at the end of each round, and I was fighting like I had 8 rounds to fight. Whereas obviously if I knew I had 6, I would probably up the pace a little bit, because like I started a bit slow. But we got on with it, and alhamdulillah, got the win.
The last thing, he was obviously quite disappointed with the loss, and his team are talking about a rematch. That deserves to happen over 10 rounds, because it was so good to watch.
I think put a title on the line. And I'll do it, because obviously it's a good 50-50 fight. His record was technically better than mine, 9-0, I'm 8-1. But my resume, I believe, was better, because I fought harder people, and I feel like that kind of paid off today. Because probably warrants a rematch if it makes sense. But I think put a title on the line. I'd rather, or put a title on the line, it'll pay me really well. Do you know what I mean? But I think for me in there, although my boxing ability wasn't the best, and Sean's going to bollock me for it after, but You know, I feel like, all thanks to God, I showed my toughness in there a little bit because I was trying to pressure him and beat him up a bit and, you know, like get to him a bit and trying to show him, like, rough him up and stuff. But my boxing ability, I know, is better than that. And I know when I get home, even my wife knows I'm better than that, and she's going to bollock me as well.
And just the last thing I want to get, you came out to low key. Not many people come out to low key. Why you chose him today?
I chose low key because he is, what's the word? Sorry, I've been punched in the head too much. He's a massive advocate for Palestinian liberation, and as am I. You can see I've got the wrong T-shirt on, but yeah, my T-shirt says Free Palestine, and we always rep Palestine no matter what, wherever we are, and we spread the message of Palestinian liberation and freedom for all to live on that land.
Good stuff. I'll let you leave it on that note. Hashim, well done again. Congratulations on you win.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.